All right, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means. We've got another edition of Mudmule TV coming your way on BobbethTV, live Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Today, as you can see, the Senior Circuit Classic Lotus 49s. We do have the championship race. It has pretty much come down to see if there's anyone actually out on the track, actually. It has come down to the last race. I believe Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle, really the two main guys up for getting this started. I think we've got qualifying. I might have come in a bit early on that, so get down. We'll watch qualifying information up on our screen here. Qualifying. I don't actually. All right, let's get the race info up on the screen. That'll at least. Let's give us an idea of some times. We'll go last times. Get the track map up. Forgot about qualifying. I saw the time and I was like, shit, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. Oh, yes, we do. We could exempt cars. All right, so Mark Brunig's out there. There's Christopher Standridge from Maryville, Tennessee. Chris C. Brown is in today's race. Philip Pedersen is as well, but not out on the track. There's Larry Tittle in the 12 machine. Good kid Wrench right out there in the 131 beast. Of course, it wouldn't be a race if Jim Tasman Wardlow was not present. Might be okay. Brush it. Obviously not enough. Get rid of the track map. Going to leave you with a little bit of the qualifying action for the time being. I'll be back in just one moment. 5 right now. Letting it sort of showing qualifying. All right, looks like qualifying has done. I don't think I was muted then either, so you might have heard a bit of backstage talk there. Sorry about that. Apologies if that wasn't professional. Yeah, it looks like qualifying is done. I'm just trying to see if we can somehow get some times up. I don't think I've got the other tower controls. Oh, wait, hang on. I'll just add them in. Add them in. Talking about import. What's heavy? Do. Driver tab. Sorry, guys. While they're just wrapping up their qualifying, I'm just trying to get this last little bit fixed. Save that. Circuit. There we go. All right. Excellent. So there we go. Now we can see their last times. We see there 54. Oh, actually, no, we want fast times, best times, Bob. So quick time 54.808. 808 is the number of the Bob. That's lame. Brunig 54.838. Wright 55.726. 56.237 for Brown, and Standridge 56.306. Might be someone else that hasn't qualified. Who we got? We got Larry Tittle, Marcus Brunig, Stu Wright, Chris Brown, Chris Standridge. It looks like Philip Peterson and Jim Tasman Wardlow have yet to qualify. So let's rub a detail off. Oh, I don't even have my pretty face on. All right, this, of course, is what we're here for. Senior Circus Classic Lotus 49 competition. This is the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we're going to be racing a championship race here. It looks like it's pretty much going to come down, I believe, to Mark Brunig, or Larry Tittle. Chris, maybe up with a shot. Wait and see. Give you a bit of an idea of where we're racing. So, obviously, we're in the city of Indianapolis, USA. It is the oval configuration. Track length 2.51 miles. It is a balmy 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The altitude is 723 feet above sea level. Partly cloudy with 2-mile-per-hour winds, 45% chance of moisture, but I don't think we'll see any rain here today. Currently 78 degrees off the track. All right, I just got word from the race crew that sorry, just got some breakfast here. Where was I? We're in the championship race. That's right. Sorry, no, I lost my train of thought. Just got word from race control. They're not going to advance it. We are waiting on one more driver to show up to qualify out. He does have approximately 17 seconds. So unless he's sort of halfway in already, hard as hell to drive. Seems like it would be easy. You think it would, but no, those square corners aren't going to be fun, Chris. Is it Philip Peterson? Is it Jim Tasman? I haven't seen anyone new join. But we're going to get to this race soon. My coffee here. Today it's sponsored by Live Eat. Good choice, apparently. That's hot. So rare to get a hot coffee these days. All right, let's get down to the grid. All right, there we see Larry Tittle, Mark Brunig, Stu Kid Wrench, Rice, Chris C. Brown, side by side. I've got to get those orders changed around so that the one's on the left and the two's on the right. Chris Standridge, then we've got our Puda drivers. And then after that, if we get to the end of the grid, which I will do once I remember how to get there. There it is. Philip, Peterson, and Jim, Tasman, Wardlow down the end, 16th and 17th. I do see, I think Jim, Tasman, I'm not sure about Philip Peterson. So we'll wait and see. How many laps? I think it's 50 laps. Yeah, 50 laps, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Classic 49, Lotus 49s. I'll get it all right in a moment, as well as the Senior Circuits Championship race. We do have the Knuckleheads iRacing League coming back again next week, as well as some more Knuckleheads. Sorry, some more Senior Circuit action. We're just working through the details. Wearing the Runaway. Ooh. Ruby Soho wrestling t-shirt. Love it. Going to see the wrestling in February. Sitting front, in the row. All right, looks like we're about to get this one underway. It might help if I have a track map on the screen. We'll be able to judge where they are in the race a lot quicker. All right, the white, black, red markings on the leaderboard, they are human drivers. They are real-life people. Kittle, Brunig, Wright, Brown, Standridge, Wardlow. Peterson is not in this race unless he's going to be coming from the pits. The purple cars are AI, computer cars, just to pad out the track a bit. Give you someone to race against. But we are off and racing 50 laps. Did somehow change timer to laps. I can. I think I could turn it off. Oh, there we go. We've got full names back. Look out. We'll go best, oh no, gap, best times, last times. There we go. That's a lot of information there, Bob, so maybe we won't. Trying to work out how to turn them off. Oh, here we go. No data. There we go. I can get back to the race here. Mark Brunig's moved up a spot into first. Larry Tittle back one into second. Stricky Wrench right still in third place. Chris Standridge moved up to fourth. Chris C. Brown down to fifth. But Jim Wardlow's going to race his way through the various Puda cars. Sixth place Puda car, Puda 8. Has jumped up 5 spots. We just got a like. Thank you, Mr. Terry James, on the Facebook group. We are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm still trying to work out a way of getting all 3 chats on the screen so the Facebook guys can see what the Twitch and YouTube guys are saying and vice versa. But haven't been able to get that sort of running yet. I wish I could see the lap count. But I can't. Let me just see if I can add that in. Delta, no. Lap count. I don't seem to see it on this good things I can add. Alright. I know it's on one of my remotes, but I just can't find it without having to I know it's here somewhere. There we go, that's a little bit better. It doesn't show the full names or too much information, but it'll do for now. See, the computer cars are all lined up. It looks like Tim Wardlow in the pits. Chris Standridge has passed Stu Kid Wrench right for third place. Try and get up to that battle. We lost our track map, Bob. There it is. Lost the logo? We have lost the logo. There we go. Alright, my breakfast is here, so I'm just going to hide my screen and have a quick bite. I'll be back in just a moment. Breakfast burrito for the win. Want to see it? My breakfast burrito. Pretty damn tasty. Battle between Chris Standridge and Chris Brown. Oh, that it looks like it's actually Kid Stu Wrench right. It is. Chris Brown just back a little bit further, and it's Chris C. Brown, not Rihanna partner musician Chris Brown. All right, lap 8 of 50 underway. Let's get up to the lead, see how that battle is going. When I remember what software we are using, it's this one here. But that's not the lead. There it is. Mark Bruning, Larry Tittle. Gotta get down a little bit closer to the action here. I believe the way the points are set up, it's pretty much whoever wins this race may be declared the champion. So Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle, still very much to be decided. been talking to the KHR boys, the Knockouts Racing League guys, and they will be back live on BobbethTV this Sunday night US, Monday morning Australian. The return of their Sunday US to Sunday US to Tuesday US schedule. And talking to Chris as well with Senior Circuit to sort of work out where we might go with some of those other days that we do have spare. Chris Standridge, you'll recognise the name as my partner in crime when it comes to the Bob Show. Writer, producer, agent, he does all the work. I just get on the screen and look pretty doing it. Yeah, got some big things coming in the next couple of weeks. The schedule for KHR, it's going to be, I believe, Sunday nights are going to be the UMPs and late models. Monday nights will be the 4-cylinders and the 358 mods. And then the Premier Roberts Electrical Dirt Street Stocks on the Tuesday night. So really looking forward to getting that back on the screens. The boys have had their spring fling, summer fling, spring fling, one of the flings, fun seasons. And looking to get back into championship racing. So that is going to be awesome. Scrambled eggs, mince, beef, beans, various sauces. That is a really good wrap, Max. You're not getting any, buddy. My dog's looking right at me going, I'll have some. No, Max. Wait, do you want to try and see my dog? See if I can get my dog on the strip. Hey, Max. Up, 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 here. Nah, he doesn't want to do it. Still camera shy. No way. Lap 12 of 50. We're a little over a fifth of the way coming up on, oh, you dare say this is the quarter of the race. Chris, you're on the track, so you're not really able to help me with my math like you have in the past, but I believe that is the case. Jim Tasman Wardlow back out on the track. Hey, he's 2 laps down, so I'm wondering if he had to sort of jump off the track to get some things sorted, maybe out of the race scene. Standridge, Drew Kidrent's right. Chris C. Brown just a little bit further back, about 3 or 4 seconds back behind him. Oh, look, there he goes into the pits. Looks like Chris C. Brown has crashed. He did enter pit lane. So I don't believe that is going to bring out a caution. Let's go back and just have a quick look at that. We see him coming into the turn and just maybe turned down a little bit too much there, and that back end, nope, up into the wall it was. That shoots him straight down in filled wall. Lost a bit of the fiberglass sheeting. I don't get the hiccups. Excuse me. But and those tyres certainly are wobbling as he rolls his way into pit lane. All 10 Pruta cars still just racing. This is the nicest I've seen these lot race, the AI actually, to be honest. Alright, we're just going to get up here and watch Larry Tittle's battle for that lead. Track map is. Oh, because we're on replay, Bob. Get back to the live racing. Oh God, I'm an idiot. It looks like Peterson is officially out of the race. Brown a lap down, 3 laps down for Wardlow. All right, I just have to quickly go radio silent for a moment, so I'll be back in just a second. Yeah, let's get us up to the leader. Let's enjoy some lead racing. Let's, in fact, no, it's not that one. Let's watch Larry's battle from his car. Oh, Mark Bruning up into the wall. Larry Tittle's going to take the lead. I think we stuck around just in time to watch that. So, look, we're going to watch the battle here from Mark Bruning as he tries to get back up to speed, catch up to Larry Tittle. Enjoy the race, guys. I'll be back in just one moment. Oh, and if anyone wants to make a Bob will return image or something like that, by all means, because then I can have that up instead of the camera when I'm not here. But I'll be back, guys. Give me 2 moments. Looks like I've come back just at the right time. Let's get to a better camera. Mark Brunig has made a run for Larry. Got that car back up to speed after hitting the wall. And has got that beast back in the lead. 16th lap. He got that lead back. Larry back in a second spot. Chris Standridge and Kid Wrench Wright still battling it out. A third and a fourth. There's Chris C. Brown, Jim Tasman Wardlow. I believe if we jump back up to Chris, might see, yeah, just up ahead there, that is Tasman, Jim Tasman Wardlow. The hub up ahead of Chris there. Love these camera views. Get a look at our spectator cam though. This is what it's like when you're sitting in the audience live at the track. A couple of our guys in the audience have got special BobbethTV cameras able to provide us with their viewing angles. Getting very close to the halfway mark. Going to be lap 19 when they finish this lap. You see Chris and Stu just coming into 3 and 4. Larry and Mark. Larry got the lead back again from Mark. Let's see if we can see when that happened. It looked like it was just as they started lap 17. We're going to get back up to that lead and just watch this play out a little bit more. Lap 19 at 50. Oh, I just unmuted myself to mute cough, so I've been talking all this time and I'm muted. Oh my God, Bob, well done. I was just mentioning that Larry, obviously stuck there in the middle of that lap traffic. Lap traffic, generally you'll sort of see them hold their line and you'll have to just sort of get around them however you can. Not so bad when it's AI traffic because they will hold that line, but if it was human, it can be a bit different because obviously a little bit more unpredictable. Looks like Mark, though, he's got that car well out in front of that lap traffic. Larry Tittle, he's just looking for an opening back there. Let's go back to Larry and just see if he can get himself out of this sort of, not predicament he's got himself in, but certainly a situation. He's 4 deep on one side in front of him, 3 deep behind him. 21 laps to go. That's not where he wants to be. So Chris Standridge just checking that leaderboard there. He has gotten himself back past Stu right there, Kid Wrench. Falling back to 4th. So Chris C. Brown still in 14th, 16th for Wardlow, for Jazzman. Tim the Tasman. I was going to call him Tim the Jazzman Wardlow. Wow, Bob. I did maybe forget that I had a broadcast today, last night, and had a very, very, very late night. I I got a cool game on Steam called Rocksmith Plus. It's a subscription. How to learn to play music game, but you can play guitar, bass, and piano. And I pulled the partners beast out of retirement. I was relearning some piano. I used to play a bit of piano back in the day, back in school, back when I was a young'un. But the studio area isn't conducive for that sort of fun. So definitely going to have to do some work on that. Looks like Kids, Wrench and Chris Standridge, Stu and Chris battling it out. Now side by side, Chris up high in the brighter red car. That's Stu, Kid Wrench right down there. Was on the low line, but now coming up in front of Chris's car down that back stretch. We're going to get to 3 and 4. It's going to be about 18 laps to go when they get over that start-finish line. Actually, no, it might be, 18. Sorry, no, it is 18. I feel like both Larry and Mark, we'll get back up there while we talk about them and just watch them, but I feel like they're not really too concerned about the order of cars at this point in time. Larry's a little bit further back than he'd like anyway, so he's going to need to sort of cut that away over the next 17, 18 laps. But I think we'll go back to Chris and Stu because they probably exemplify it a bit more. But you see there, they're pretty close to each other, but I don't think Stu really needs to do too much at this point. It's still 17 laps to go, so just making sure he's still there for the next, say, 7 laps or so will be more than suffice, and obviously be able to jump up and take that 3rd place position away in the dying stages. Don't want to be trying something early and slip up, because then we saw what happened with Mark, and he only just got that car back into the lead and got that car going again. So it's not a risk you want to take. Must be time for another bite on my breakfast burrito. I will. Oh, good. Good brekkie. 7 cars lined up for this race. Bruni, Tittle, Standridge, Wright, Brown, Wardlow, Peterson. Unfortunately, Philip Peterson did not make it to the start of the official race. Jim had some early issues. He's 3 laps down. Chris Brown had a bit of an accident, hit the outside wall, went down into the pit entrance. So he is a lap down. Our top 4, Mark Bruni, Larry Tittle, Chris Standridge, Kid Wrench, Wright. Now you watch me eat it. Whoops. Oh, caution. Caution has come out. Looks like it might have been Jim Wardlow. He was stuck up on that wall and then, yeah, just spat him down. He couldn't obviously get off of that. That's our first caution for the night. 15 laps to go. All right, while they line up, get everything sorted out for this caution. I'm just going to quickly do something. I'll be back in a moment. All right, looks like everyone's stopping in at the pits. I think they're probably just getting some fresh tyres. Maybe a bit of fuel to weigh that car down a little bit. We might have an exciting dozen laps remaining by the looks of this. This could potentially make things very, very interesting. All right, looks like we're going to get this all lined back up very soon. Does look like it's going to be a 12 to go when we get this one back underway. scenic look at the Annapolis Motor Speedway. Beautiful Annapolis, USA. No, not going to do what I thought I was going to do. All right. All right, not a lot of cars sort of lined up. Everyone else is way back. We're off and racing. We see Larry Tittle, Mark Brunig, Christopher Standridge, Kid Wrench right, Stu Kid right, Stu right. I'm sure you just got that name to confuse me, Stu. Chris suddenly in with a shot. What was previously about a 20-second gap from the prior 30-odd laps of racing have all been nullified. It's literally coming down to a 12-lap dash here. Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle, Christopher Standridge, Stu Wright. I love that view. That makes everything look so good. Watch Stu Wright trying to sort of race his way through the corners. There's Chris just up ahead of him. Larry Tittle, Mark Brunig in the lead. That's first, second, and third on our screens. And of course, the 1-3-1 Stu Wright. Come in hard on the brakes. Late on the brakes, rather. Try and get around Chris Standridge. Did he do it? He did do it. So Stu Wright moves up into third. Chris Standridge back to fourth. 11 to go. It's got to be 10 to go, actually, as we see the boys coming up on the start-finish line. Barney overseeing the race. Got those yellow flags ready if they need to wave them. All right, it is almost, that looks like it might have been a Stu Kid Wrench right. No, that's him there. Actually, it might have been Chris C. Brown, that got into that wall there. I've got a song stuck in my head. Oh no. Something I normally play with on the stream, but I'm going to have to work on my remote controls because these are terrible, these ones. All right, 8 to go. Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle still battling it out 1 and 2. Chris Standridge third. Stu Wright fourth. We will wrap that burrito up for later. Still officially 16 cars in this race. 7 laps to go. There are 6 drivers. Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle, Stu Wright, Chris Standridge, Chris Brown, Jim Wardlow. They are also joined by our surviving AI drivers, the 9 series drivers, so 901 all the way up to 910. They bow out pretty quick, so well done, guys. Oh, that burrito might not be sitting real well at the moment. Breakfast burrito wasn't a great idea. Mark Brunig absolutely got this restart in firm control. It looked like it might have been an opportunity the other boys were going to be keen to see. But as we can see there, Chris Standridge, Stu Wright, they've dropped about 6 to 8 seconds off the lead, battling themselves for second and third. Looks like Stu Wright's going to get him at this time. Chris moves back to 4th with 6 to go. 5 to go in just a moment, though. Side by side as they cross that start-finish line to indicate 5 laps remain. Indianapolis Motor Speedway's got 5 more laps in it for this race. All right, 3 laps remain. No, sorry, 4 laps still remain. Keep track of the lap counts if I can pay attention better. But Chris falling off of the trail of Stu, Kid Wrench Wright might lock in that third place run here. Oh, caution has come out. One of the AI, Puda 4, has crashed. See how they came unstuck. Oh, a little bit of contact there between the 2 cars. Up into the wall. This is basically going to leave us with a green-white checkered, I think. 3 to go. Yeah, I think it is going to be a green-white checkered. 2 laps. Green lap is the one to get up speed. White is the last lap, and then the checkered flag to decide the winner. 2 cautions in tonight's event. This is our second one. All right, while they get lined up, give me one moment. I'm just going to take care of something really quickly. Everyone's starting to line up. They've got that single file line going. All right, looks like we're going to leave this one in a single file situation. 6 of Chris Brown. He is well off the restart zone, but not a worry in the world there. He's going to lock in 13th, if not a little bit higher, depending on the AI cars. It's going to be Mark Brunig, Larry Tittle, Stu Wright, Chris Standridge, as we get one more lap around the track. Looks like we are going to get a double wide restart with the 3 to go. So it's going to be, looks like it might be a, oh no, it should be 2 to go. Green, white, checker when we get this one back underway. But double wide restart. Larry Tittle and Mark Brunig on that front row. Stu Kidwrench right, and Christopher Standridge will be on that second row. Then we've got all those Puda cars back there on the 7th row alongside one of the AIs, Chris C. Brown. And alongside another AI car at the back there, we can see Jim Tasman Wardlow. All right, this may be the final 2 laps of this race. Race car is leaving the track. We're going to get this one back underway. Green, white, checker conditions. Championship race. Senior circuit. Classic Lotus 49s. Off we go. Get back a little bit. Let's go back to Chris. We might be able to see a little bit deeper that way. Oh, there's been a crash. Jim Tasman at Wardlow and one of the AI cars. I don't know if they'll get to the white flag lap here. I reckon that'll bring out the caution. It hasn't yet though, so it could be manual. Could have just said, look, keep the race going. He's not in contention. Just do it. And it looks like that is what's happened. As we come around out of 4, down that front stretch. Get up to Mark Brunig as Barney waves that white flag. We've got 1 lap remaining. This is the final lap. The Senior Circuit Classic Lotus 49's championship race. Mark Brunig was one of the favourites to take out the title. It looks like he's going to do that. Larry Tittle second. Stu Wright looks like he's going to finish 3rd. Standridge 4th, but we've got half a lap to go. The Tasman has entered the pits. He's put that car in pit lane early. Got it out of the way as we come into 3 for the last time. There's 4. Mark Brunig is going to take out the Indianapolis Motor Speedway round of the Classic Lotus 49s for the senior circuit as he gets the checkered flag. The unofficial results come up on our screen. Mark Brunig first, Larry Tittle second, to right third. Christopher Standridge is fourth, and then we've got a number of AI drivers. Chris Brown 13th. Jim Wardlow 40th, Philip Peterson, 16th. Philip Peterson did not take the field, so we'll officially score in 17th. Let's see if we can get those results up on the screen, though. Not yet. Looks like we don't quite have the official results yet. Watch Brunig do his lap of honour. There we go. Oh, go to the tower. There we go. So official results: Mark Brunig first, Larry Tittle second, Stu Kid right wrench third, Chris Standridge fourth. Oh, let's get we missed the bird outs. Damn it! Oh, wrong one. That one. We want that one. Then a number of AI. Chris Brown is at 13th, 16th. Jim Wardlow. Philip Peterson did not take the field, so we'll officially finish in 17th. Over to the Discord, see if got an opportunity to have a chat with anyone. We do. All right. That's set up. There we go, Larry first. All right, let's make sure the interview channel is open. Is. All right, we'll start there. We'll drag. Oh. Can't drag Larry up. Hey guys. Well, there we go. I was going to ask you to jump up, Larry, but Mark's jumped out for the time being, so that's good. All right, we're going to start off with our second place finisher here tonight. As I said in the head of the broadcast, I'm pretty certain the race staff told me that the finishing order would pretty much determine the championship. So Larry Tittle started pole on the grid, finished second after an epic back and forth battle with Mark Brunig. Larry, you got a copy? If we've got Larry there. All right, jump down to the race chat too, Mark. We'll have a chat down there in case Larry comes back. Few technical difficulties. All right, we'll jump up to Mark. So Mark started second and finished first. Obviously, there were a number of battles on the track between himself and Larry Tittle. Mark, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. What a great race. Obviously, coming into it, Larry out-qualified you by just a little bit. I think the quick time wasn't that big of a difference.
It was 300ths of a second.
There you go. Which, in racing, look, that can sometimes... I mean, I know I've been in a lot of races where I don't feel like I'm competitive enough, but I sort of then go, oh, look, I'm 2 to 3 tenths within the range. That's, that's good. That's progress. Let's work on that. But watching you guys race on the track, I don't think that 3 tenths really translated in that sense. We've spoken about it before. Your restarts are just, they are really hard to beat. And I feel like that's the start of the race is that restart was what sort of got that battle going. We didn't have any cautions until about the halfway mark, 25 laps to go, 20 odd laps to go. And in that time, I think if I scroll back through my my position counter, you guys swapped positions a number of times. There was a point there where you even got yourself in the wall and fell back a bit of a distance, but managed to race your way back up to speed and back into it. Were there any times there where you thought, man, it's got me. I don't think I'm going to be able to, bat this, or was it just head head down and reevaluate your options, and much like when you hit the
Yeah,
wall, just get back to basics?
yeah. I lost a little bit of focus coming off of that turn. I think it was turn 2.
Mm.
That where I hit the wall, and luckily these cars, they can take a fairly good beating if you hit the wall, like if you pancake it, like just both wheels at the same time, you're normally okay.
Yep.
So, and other than that, Larry and I were basically just enjoying each other's draft, and then, in the beginning he was a little reluctant to try anything, and then he started passing me, and I passed him back, and basically what you're doing there is you're just kind of trying each other out, see how the draft works for you, and let the other guy come back, and that way, not only do you kind of know what's going on with the draft and how it feels and everything, but also you kind of work together to expand the distance on the guys in third and fourth. So basically, you're at that point you're deciding, okay, this is going to be between the two of us. And then I didn't really get any distance on Larry until we got to that big group of computer cars.
Yes.
I think there were like 7 of them right there together. And I kind of, I'm always kind of in the mindset, if I do this right and quickly, I can actually probably gain a little bit. And that worked out that way. And then, of course, we had another yellow and it was all gone.
Yeah, that was obviously that. Yeah, I was talking about that where when you come up on lap traffic, the traditional sense is lap traffic will hold their position, they'll race their race, especially if they're racing well, which in the AI's case they were. And you've sort of got to get your own way around them, and that can be tricky in a league race because it can be a bit unpredictable. It was funny because I sort of said, oh look, with the AI cars, I feel like they'll hold their line, they won't switch lines and things like that. But there was a period before you broke out where I think there were 2 computer cars at the front of the pack that were racing, and they were just taking that inside line on the turns every time. It looked like you were able to stay a little bit lower than them, but they really looked like they held you up. You got past them, and then we jumped back to see Larry and poor Larry. 4 cars in front, 3 in the back, and I think if we check their bank accounts, they may have a payment coming in from a Bruni named bank account, because that was the perfect little block sort of pack. You could just see him sort of left and right, looking for a gap, trying not to do anything too silly so he didn't get taken out.
Yeah.
And then obviously that late caution came out, caused that green-white checkered. But once again, I think if it's within, if all you've got is a handful of laps, 2 or 3 laps, as I say, your restarts are just that good that you've really got to spend a lap getting up to speed, spend a lap sort of working out the line, getting into position before you're going to be able to sort of try and pass you. And there just wasn't enough race left for Larry to do that.
Yeah.
And in the end, it looked like it was going to be Larry and Stu. Stu had a great battle with Chris in third and fourth for most of the race as well, but it looked like Stu was potentially going to come up there and steal that bridesmaid position away from Larry at the last second. And it was barely what it was like, maybe just over 0.3 of a second difference. So that was
the traffic. Yeah, I'm finally hooked up. The traffic thing.
it's Larry.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. I figured I'd jump in since I was having some microphone problems. Hope that's okay. On the traffic thing, initially I kicked myself saying that would have been a perfect time to come in pit, get my fuel, get back out while he was still fighting with traffic. And like everything else, I'm one step behind. I'm glad I didn't afterwards, but at the time I'm kicking myself saying, God, he got to get ahead of me by whatever, 2 or 3 seconds, and I missed a prime opportunity.
Yeah, and look, it's. I think both you guys have sort of had opportunities like that throughout the season. I know in terms of win. Well, I think I know in terms of wins. Obviously, Mark, you've been a little bit more successful in that front, but no, the racing between you guys has been awesome. I know that during the media sort of week lead up to the race, Chris had mentioned that it was pretty much, basically if either one of you guys had won the race, then that would be enough to secure the championship. And I know that I believe it was yourself, Larry, that mentioned that Chris was another one that could have been up there really in contention, sort of really quick, had a lot of good sort of racing, but just some of those races, just getting caught up in other things and not able to sort of capitalize. But coming into the race, Indianapolis, it's I know it's one of those races. It's like Daytona and Talladega. They're sort of set piece races in the motorsports world. I don't like it. I don't like it. The corners are just too tricky for me.
I love it. I think this is one of the best racetracks for open wheel cars there is.
You do? What's some advice? What's some advice? So someone like myself who would
so on an open wheel car, you really don't want to have those high banked ovals.
Yeah.
You want to have a little bit flatter curves. Because on those high banked ovals, if there's basically the aero becomes less important on the high banked ovals. Not that these cars have any aero, but okay, this is like a 67 car. But the modern Indy cars, if you take one of those to Daytona or Talladega, you're just going flat out, and all you're doing is drafting and trying to stay alive, and so I don't think that's any fun. If you go to a track like Indianapolis with only 12-degree banking in all 4 of the turns, you still have to do something to make sure you get through there. Even in a trimmed out Dallara IR18 Indy car, you're not going flat out all the way in traffic for sure. In qualifying when you're by yourself, you may be able to do that, but not in a race. You still have to drive the car. And yes, the drafting is important. You could see that even today with the wingless Lotus 49. The drafting is still important, but you still have to make sure you make it through that turn. And it's really easy to be just a little bit too late, like I proved when I hit the wall. Just a lapse in focus at one point in one of the turns can end your day. I got lucky that it didn't end my day. Like I said, if you pancake it, both wheels at the same time on the wall, the car will take that beating. But if I would have done that in an angle with the rear wheel first and then the front wheel, I would have definitely messed up the suspension as a minimum.
Yep. And that's where it was very surprising for me in that, and you mentioned the Dallaras. I quite like the Dallaras. I think I've spoken to you as well. I quite like the open wheels. Sort of came up through the Skip Barbers and the road racing course, and sort of went through some of the different variations there. And I really do enjoy them, but they're very unforgiving if you tap the wall. And I saw some of your guys' hits today, where, especially that one we spoke about earlier, Mark, where in a Dallara, that would have been, all right, I'll go into pits, I'll get a repair, and they'd be like, no, she's too damaged, our race is done.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. If like I said, it depends on the angle in which you hit the wall. If you pancake it, like with pancaking, I mean you slap it like parallel or perpendicular or whatever the word is. If you do it that way, the car the car and the Laras are the same way. They can take a little beating. It's not like it's going to end your day. But if you hit it in an angle, the minimum that's going to happen is that the wheel that hits the wall first, that part of the suspension is going to be crooked. And racing on an oval at these kind of speed with a crooked suspension, that's no fun.
No, definitely not. All right, well, I'll have to keep that in mind, that when I'm sort of sliding, try and get it, because I find that you either try to correct and you either undercorrect or overcorrect, and that's where the angle contact comes in. But if trying to sort of parallel hit, get both tires hitting at the same time, sort of spread that force out, if it keeps you alive, then that might throw me a lifeline in some of those races, because that's more often than not, it seems something insignificant, and you go, all right, we'll just go to the pits, we'll get a quick minute and a half repair, whatever, and my boys usually just go, no, we're calling the race, it's done. So no, look, I'll definitely have to consider that. Well, look, congratulations, guys. It's been an awesome championship battle. I've sort of I've only been broadcasting the classic Lotus 49 to the senior circuit, but I've been involved in a few of the different leagues over the time, and you guys put on some awesome racing. I've been very blessed and fortunate that a lot of the leagues I've had lately, I don't have to do anything. I just sit here and watch some great racing and call it. You guys are putting in all the work, and making it look very, very cool at the same time. So I'm so stoked that I've been able to put this out to the world and get eyes on you, because you guys deserve it. You put on some awesome racing. I'm talking to Chris literally before the race as to what we're going to do next, because I love you guys so much and want to keep working with you all to keep you on my screens. So big thank you to you guys for the season. Congratulations, Mark, on taking out that very close fought battle. We'll start with Larry. Larry, friends, family, sponsors. Who would you like to give a shout out to before we wrap up?
You know what? I'd like to give it to Bill. Bill, who set up Senior Circuit League.
Yep.
I know that's not what we're doing. You know, he set it up a couple 3 years ago, and it's flourished. And you know, I've never done any racing at all before COVID, and Bill set up the league, and it's really been a great thing for me. So he's who I would shout out.
Excellent. Definitely, Larry. I couldn't agree with you more. It's I'm the same. I came in COVID, and yeah, I've just made some really great friendships along the way, but have some really cool old friendships from the start that from leagues and people you meet. And yeah, it's an awesome thing. It's a sick hobby that we do. It's an awesome hobby that we get involved in, and we're even more blessed when the people are good and the people that sort of bring you in maintain that over the years and stuff. So no, congratulations, Larry. Look forward to having you back on the screens again sometime soon. And look, don't be a stranger. I'm pretty sure we'll have you back up in the booth pretty much whenever we get the Senior Circuit boys back on the screen. So congratulations on that second place.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mark. Same to you, my friend. Friends, family, sponsors. Who do you need to give a shout out for this season? And
well,
getting you here.
I kind of like to touch on what Larry said there. It's an awesome league. And Bill Shermitz set it up. I think what makes the league great is that everybody understands that we try to race each other clean, but we're still hard and racing each other. It's not like we're just giving everything away, but for the sake of being. For the sake of not having incidents, we have our incidents, but we all understand when you race each other hard, you know, stuff sometimes happens. You make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. So do I. And you know, but everybody at the end of I have never heard a crossword word from anybody in this league. I mean, at the end of the day, if something needs to be talked out, we find each other on Facebook through a messenger or whatever, and we talk it out, and it's done, you know. And then the next time we go back to racing, and that goes for the entire group. And I'm really proud to be a part of it. I haven't been here all 3 years. I came in probably about year and a half ago. Yep. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and so kudos to the guys that set it up. Kudos to the people like Larry and everybody else that races that way and understands that at the end of the day, we're just a bunch of old guys having fun with their hobby. When an accident happened, there's no millions lost or anything like that. You know, nobody gets killed, so we're just having a good time.
Yep, spot on. Like we say in Australia, we're not racing for sheep stations. It's you know, a bit of bragging rights and
exactly.
And, you know, sort of sharing that skill set, and you know, you're only as good as the drivers you race against. So you know, you want guys like Larry and Stu and that around to test you, make you better, and they'll only get better by doing that because obviously they have to learn and grow to keep up. So no, it's as I said to Larry and I've said it, you know, I've echoed this a number of times. I'm so lucky between the KHR crew and the Senior Circuit crew. That you know, they have exactly the same mindsets and sort of not rule set, but you know, it's winning is secondary to having fun and just enjoying what we do. And it's once you take that pressure off, everything is so much more fun. And you see that on the track with you guys. And can't wait. As I said, I already started talking to Chris about what's next in terms of Wednesday nights. Yeah, I have little doubt it won't be too much longer before we have you back on the screen, and we'll be talking to you again, much like Larry. So congratulations, man. Best of luck with everything else.
Thank you very much.
Going on in the iRacing world.
Yeah, thanks very much. We appreciate what you do, bud.
It's as I say, I've got the easiest job in all of iRacing. Anyone that broadcasts this stuff and goes, "God, it's hard. I do so much." Nah, man. Like, you sit here, you get to watch some awesome racing, which, you know, being paid to watch racing is insane in itself. But you know, getting the props for getting you guys out there, it's all you. I just do this bit. I'm just the face. You guys are the talent. So no, big ups to you, man. And yeah, as I say, best of luck with everything that you got going on iRacing wise. And yeah, we'll talk to you sometime soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, mate. All right, that was Marcus Bruning, Marcellus Bruning. I call him Marcus, but it's actually Marcellus. Mark Bruning. He is our winner, champion of the Classic Lotus 49s. All right, that wraps up the senior circuit broadcast for today and for the current run. Chris and I will be talking, obviously, as we map out this week's The Bob Show and stuff as to what's coming up next. And we'll give you a few hints, give you a bit of info on that as we get it. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming out and watching the championship round of the Classic Lotus 49. So the senior circuit, congratulations, Mark Bruning taking that championship out. We will be back Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern American time, 11 a.m. Sunday Australian time for our fifth episode of the Bob Show. We'll get a notice out soon as to which guest. Look at the hiccups. Which guest will be on that show and what we'll be talking about. So please, follow all of our socials and come along and check that one out on Saturday night US, Sunday morning Australian. All right, guys and girls, my name is Bob. Thank you so much for watching BobbethTV. Love yous all.